One thing I find interesting is how we have. So there's these little things in our brains we've termed mirror neurons because they're essentially kind of responsible for empathy or mirroring the state, emotion, etc. of another individual. That's what we found. Now, we haven't literally found these cells. We just postulate that they're there because they seem to do this job. Now, I am willing to bet that there are versions of these in our other closely related animals, we'll say at least. That is to say, probably definitely mammals have some version of this. This probably is there possibly even earlier, probably amniotes in general, or maybe somewhere around there. I'm not sure if we can generalize to vertebrates because it's just harder to determine kind of emotional states of non-tetrapods. That is to say, we're all fish, but the fish that live on land. But what I find interesting is that if you actually do kind of start paying attention to what those mirror neurons are telling you, you get that there is often a very shared set of communication, body language that a lot of animals use, and you can definitely pick up on it. And that's how different animals of different species, totally different kinds, clades, etc., can interact and still have some sense of what the other creature is trying to communicate. And we're just as much as that involved in that, so we can do that too. Now, what I find is even more interesting is that we're the only creatures, as far as we know, that have this even concept of an internal monologue, or this thinking in words kind of thing. And if you can just pay attention to the feeling the mirror neurons give you, you realize that you don't that the words actually get in the way, that they actually slow you down. Because when you're processing thoughts through words, you are having to use different regions of the brain, probably Broca's area, and those are not the same parts of the brain that are normally there to interpret what these mirror neurons are doing and kind of the emotions that are basically the brain's shortcuts in determining what it's feeling, what it's going on. So next time you see any creature behaving in some way, I encourage you to try to see, and that includes another person, try to see if you can figure out how it's making you feel, because it is very likely that you may be able to tap into those mirror neurons and kind of tap into that much broader communication effect that we share with all kinds of creatures, if you can kind of get out of your own head.